Hello, everyone.
Did you just pop out of your...
I'm like Wilson from Home Improvement.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to Spark and Chaos, a journey of thought with Kyle.
And Leah. Hello.
This is episode 10.
It is episode 10.
Encounter with the Unknown.
Oh, my gosh.
A good ep.
It was a good ep.
We finally get to see like some high stakes.
Yeah, we also get some villains, and I mean, Deku grew up.
But not the League of Villains yet.
No,
not
just
the
some
League of
villains.
We pick up where episode 9 leaves off. They're on a field trip to the USJ, Universal Studios Japan.
Not to be confused with the USA.
The United States of Japan.
The USJ, United States of Japan, or
Do you remember what what the USJ stands for?
yes, the United States of Japan.
No, for this building they're in.
Oh, no.
It was a quiz question last episode.
I know, and I got it wrong.
Unforeseen simulation joint.
Unforeseen simulation joint.
So they're in the USJ. Boom! Some villains teleport in.
Yep. They shake shit up.
They gets crazy. It gets crazy.
Wild.
The villains are like, we're here to kill All Might, but All Might's here, so we're just gonna kind of cause some chaos.
And then we see Deku like becomes a man.
Deku. This is the episode finally where Deku becomes a man.
Like he grows up, and yeah, I get it.
Deku, Mineta, and Sue. Just call me Sue.
Just call me Sue.
So all the kids get spread out across the USJ, and we focus on Deku, Mineta, and Sue, who are in the water area dealing with some baddies. And that's kind of most of the episode is them dealing with that.
Yeah.
Our segments include the usual show and tell Patreon questions, ending with the Leah Kyle quiz, VA shoutouts, and a Leah segment, episode segment, ship or amphibian quiz.
Ship or amphibian? Is it a ship, as in like actual boats, people, or is it an amphibian?
Find out in this episode. Let's do it.
Spark and Chaos! Spark and Chaos! A journey of thought with Kyle and Leah.
So almost immediately, I loved the correct grammar. I'm not a grammar Nazi,
Yeah.
but I will say I'm like a grammar like stickler. And so like the past tense of sneak is what?
Sneaked.
Sneaked. A lot of people be like, oh, I snuck around. It's like, no, you sneaked around.
Because sneaked is a
Sneaked
weird
sounds
word.
dumb.
Sneaked sounds
Sneaked
really
sounds
silly.
dumb.
Snuck, that makes sense to me.
It does.
But I know it's sneaked.
So Aizawa says, I don't remember what the line was, but he's like, it must have sneaked in, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh,
They must have sneaked in.
they
Yeah.
sneaked in.
Sneaked in doesn't sound weird to me.
Sneaked in, yeah.
But like sneaked
But snuck
around-
in? Snuck in sounds right
we
too.
snuck in. But I can see we sneaked in.
Sneaked in.
I would have said snuck in. You're right.
Snuck in.
Either or.
Either
Tomato,
or.
tomato.
Tomato. So the end of the last episode, the villains show up, and then they're like, "Oh no!" And then episode ends. So villains show up. They're walking real slow.
I know they're like villaining hard.
They're
like
villaining hard.
It's like the auditions for Thriller. The leftover ones. You know what I mean? Like that video.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 where they walk at the
Yeah.
end. It was a night, and there's a narrator. And everybody
Oh.
starts doing it.
You know who that narrator is, right?
No. Who is it?
Vincent Price.
I don't know who that is either.
Death has fallen on the land.
Oh.
The funk of 40,000 years.
Yeah.
And grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver.
Oh my gosh.
For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. Dun 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 dun.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't the whole thing, but
Wow. I am so impressed with that.
thank you. I love Thriller. I mean, Michael Jackson's the GOAT, but Thriller's one of the most top-selling songs, albums of all time for a reason. And yeah, Vincent Price, man, he's perfect. He was perfect for that.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Why are we talking about Thriller?
Because we were talking about
the villains walking.
villains. Yes, they were auditioning for
Yeah.
Thriller.
Oh yeah. I thought it was funny that the villains. They're like really far away. So I guess the kids and the two heroes are like kind of in one outer section, and the villains teleport into the middle.
Yeah.
And instead of being like disperse, they're just like zombie walking. And so I thought it was funny that Aizawa was like, serious time. Okay, here's what we got to do. Da 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 da. And then the students are like, man, this is crazy. Like the villains are here. Like I wonder how they got in. And they're just like no big deal. Like I think Mineta, honestly, just to fast forward a little bit, he has the more appropriate response. He's like, hey, we just graduated junior high. And now these guys are gonna kill us. These are murderers.
He's actually questioning their choices, which I mean, I would too. I
just think it's funny.
It makes sense, yeah.
Everyone else in 1A is just like, oh man.
Oh yeah, this is normal.
Crazy.
I hate when this happens.
Yeah. Okay, what do we do?
Break in. Yeah.
It was very low key. They're all very low key, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay.
What?
I always forget. We gotta let's start with our first segment.
Yay!
Someday we'll officially be like, okay, before we start, let's do our first segment. But first segment, show and tell. In honor of Mineta, this is the first episode where he's gotten a decent amount of screen time. Later, Mineta and Denki, they hang out a lot for the first 2 seasons, and then in what's the name of the first movie? Two Heroes? I think it's Two Heroes. Mineta and Denki are paired.
That's so weird to me.
Mineta then becomes hated, and I think luckily the author was like, ooh, people aren't liking Mineta. Let's save Denki and pull him away from Mineta and have him hang out more with Kirishima and Bakugo.
Do they give Mineta less screen time, towards the end?
I don't know, maybe.
That'd be interesting.
We'll have to
We'll have to figure that out.
Comment below. Do you guys notice, for those of you who have seen the whole show, no spoilers, but as the Mineta hate grows, is there a direct correlation? Mm-hmm. Does he have less screen time? I wonder if the author was like, oh, shit.
He's like, we got to do something about this, guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a bowl of grapes.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it.
And I asked this in the Patreon pre-watch. Yeah. So Leah thinks or was told that I was like, is he wearing a diaper? But he's a bowl of grapes. That's the bowl, and those grapes. Is that true? What's the deal with that?
It makes sense because I too thought it was a diaper. I thought it was just a very shapely diaper. I don't know why it was
shapely diaper.
Yeah, because it's like a circle and it goes around him.
Yeah.
I just thought that was his tummy, but it's not. It's like the little thing.
I have technically 3 show and tell items.
How do you have 3?
I'll show you. So, for you listeners, I've got this very large, I think this is 11 by 17 print. I unfortunately don't know who did it. There's nothing to mark it as who crafted this, but it's
very well done.
It's very well done. Looks like it's straight out of the show. It's Denki chilling, sticking his tongue out. I'm a chill dude. He's got a leather jacket on and jeans.
Okay, I think he's presenting. I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
He's flirting.
Oh, and he's got the red cheeks.
Yeah.
Okay, he's being a little flirtatious.
Look at him lean back and thrust out.
Yeah. Do you like the goods, ladies? He's takes in the background is an Italian village or something.
I know, they just went on a little trip.
And I chose this one because Mineta gets a lot of screen time in this ep, so I was like, let's include this is a print that has Mineta on it. So he's winking, also got the red cheeks, and he's got the leather jacket as well, being like, hey ladies, you want to hang out with me and Denki? Or no, he's like, hey ladies, you want to hang out with me and
Denki? Denki? How did he say his name?
Denki. I don't know. Maybe if it's Culinary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. But this guy, I do remember this interaction because he was like, here's this. And he's like, but in case, you don't like Mineta.
Oh no, are you serious?
It's the same exact print, but with no Mineta.
That is hysterical.
I was like, okay, cool. Thank you. So there you go.
What an interesting choice. Of all of, the classic things that you see at conventions about My Hero, I've never seen like a Denki and a Mineta walking around or like that being a thing ever.
Yeah, I think maybe in the early con days, maybe they were kind of walking around, but then they separate Denki and Mineta pretty fast. Okay, and then my technical third, I guess this is like 1.5 items. This is maybe the second item. I did a con in New Orleans, Fan Expo New Orleans. And there was a guy there, and he had a bunch of like pop cult. These are like the Santeria candles or whatever. You pray to them, and he had a bunch of like Nicolas Cage and all of them. And he had an All Might candle, and I was like, "That's super cool, man." And so he let me have this All Might candle. This is Illuminidal candles. He goes to a lot of cons. If you are going to be at Indiana Comic Con, he will be there. And he's just got a bunch of candles and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But I thought this was pretty fun. We got a little Saint All Might, and he said he's going to have a Denki candle for me, so we'll see.
That'd be great.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, if you're listening, you can picture that, the Saint whatever candle, and it's just All Might looking saintly.
He's like, I am here. You can almost hear it.
I am here.
Exactly.
All right, what do you got?
I have this lovely drawing of Himiko Toga, and she is in my favorite little toga outfit. I love her, what I like to call pumpkin spice psycho.
That's right, yeah.
Look, with a little jacket. And someone gave this to me, and it says, from Daria Geogagan, I believe.
Geogagan. Daria G.
Daria G. And I think what's really cute is she put the quirk here. It's quirk transform, but look what she did with the Q.
Oh, it's got a knife instead of the line.
Yeah, so it's like a circle with a knife for the Q. And then like the A has like a knife.
Okay.
A, and then a knife T.
It's a creative art print.
Yeah.
What's going on up here, though? Are those like tubes of that send blood?
This is the blood vials. So she like sucks blood, and then she has like this whole siphon kit back here.
Oh.
And then she, keeps little vials of blood from everyone. So she's got 6 of these. So I guess theoretically she could drink 6 people's blood at a time.
She can like store it on her person.
Yeah. I don't know how she whips it out so fast, but it's like she'll stab somebody, grab blood, and then like somehow ninjas a vial and like tucks it away. I've seen her do that once. But yeah, like there's usually a vial involved, but before that, maybe that's it. Maybe she keeps this, like she sucks it.
They can't see what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. She sucks the blood in through here. I think she stores it here, and then she can like make the vials out of this stuff that she's got like packed away.
So this is pumpkin spice. What'd you call it? Pumpkin spice? Psycho.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very creative. I like it. Thanks, Daria G.
Thanks, Daria G. I thought that was very sweet.
Do you remember what con that was?
I don't. This has actually been a while. I think this was, I want to say it is Vegas, the Level Up Vegas.
Oh, okay, Level Up Expo?
Yeah.
2010.
No, 20...
Before My Hero was even existence. 2022? Okay.
I believe,
okay.
yeah.
There is show and tell. Appreciate you guys. And as always, if you guys bring us gifts at cons, we will. I don't think we'll be able to literally show all the gifts we've ever gotten, but if it's something super like cool and unique, we're gonna try our best.
Or whenever it calls to us.
That's right.
Is that how you choose yours?
Oh, and if you're listening, go to the Patreon. You can see it. You can see it. We're gonna start posting them in there, so check it out. So they're walking, they're talking about, oh man, what are we gonna do? And then I don't think we chronologically know his name yet, but Kuraguri is teleport guy.
All I've ever known was that.
Is that his villain name or his name?
I think it's his name.
Oh.
I don't think he has a.
I guess he's like mist and can like teleport himself places. And he goes over to the group of kids. And Bakugo and Kirishima, like a couple of dummies, are like, you're obviously made of gas. Let's punch the shit out of you.
Right.
And it doesn't work, of course.
No.
And I loved the line. Kirishima says, what, do you think we're going to stand by and let you destroy the place without us doing anything or something like that?
Yeah.
And I love that they just like, maybe they didn't and it just seemed like it should have. But like, you know, with Bakugo's quirk, I'm surprised he didn't create a crater in the ground, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, we're not going to let you destroy anything as we destroy this sidewalk. But yeah, so then in response, Kuroguri's like, F y'all.
Yeah.
And sends all the kids in different areas of the USJ. And I forgot to write it down, but Todoroki goes somewhere.
Todoroki does go somewhere.
Ojiro, Mike's guy, is like in a fire area.
Okay.
Denki, Jiro, and Momo go to, I don't know. They go, it all looks similar but different.
I didn't even catch that they were going to different places. Like, I got that they were going somewhere, but I thought that they all transported into the same space.
No, so like the USJ, it's like 8 different zones or something like that.
Right.
There's like fire zone, water zone, So Kuroguri sent them out in groups of 1 to 3 to the different areas to split them up. Except for, like, what was Ida, Ochako, Sugar Rush, and a couple others didn't get transported. So they're sitting there staring at Purple Gas Man.
Yeah.
And I love the part where they're like, okay, or Aizawa goes, Ida, hang on, I'm mixing up my, no. Aizawa runs off to go fight. But before he does, he says, Denki, use your quirk to communicate with the school. That's something Denki can do?
Right?
Apparently?
And see, I thought that he was saying, I don't know, like, give us some electricity and, like, send, I don't know, like a wire or something over there. But yeah, it was really hard to...
I would be interested in you guys letting us know, because Denki's always had that thing on his ear. I just thought it was part of his costume.
I just thought he was part of the Secret Service.
He's part of the Secret
He's
Service,
like
yeah.
talking.
He's like, hey, hold on a second. I'm the traitor, send in the villains. So what does that device do? I guess it's a radio?
Yeah, or something. It's like
But
he was...
I don't think he ever uses it ever. This is the one and only time.
Really? It's just like all of a sudden, just...
And apparently he didn't do it successfully, because then later the kid suggests that Ida go run, or 13 I think suggests Ida literally run to the school. So I
Yeah.
guess Denki's device didn't work.
Or is that where he sent the information? Like to communicate the school?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. We never see
never know
it.
what that's...
It's just an aside for, hey, Denki, contact the school. And he's like, got it.
Use your quirk to do it.
Yeah, he said, use your quirk to
Yeah.
contact the school. And then nothing happens. So I don't know. I don't know if, once again, I wonder if Horikoshi was like, kind of because last episode, it's like, hey, wonder if Denki should have been a smart character because he had that really complicated line.
Oh.
And then it turns out he's dumb. And now it's like, oh, I wonder if he can use his electricity to power this radio.
Yeah.
But then just
Maybe
abandon this.
Maybe it just got too complicated because like it didn't explain something else. Which...
I guess. I don't know. But it's like, dang, like, I feel like Denki could have been a more fleshed out character.
I think so too. I wonder if it's because of maybe a technical issue with the word being, what is it, electricity?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like the phone isn't really considered electricity. It's like
okay.
internet. I don't know. So maybe he was trying to play with consistencies in that way.
Interesting. Or, I guess I don't fault someone who's like writing a comic book and just kind of like figuring things out as he goes, and later's like, man, he doesn't need to have a radio or whatever.
He just electricity. It's fine.
Just electricity. That's fine.
It's too complicated when we go with like AIs and
Yeah. By the way,
phones.
Speaking of AI, I got an email that was like, would you like to participate in the 3rd annual AI Film Fest?
What?
Yeah, I was like, what?
The AI Film Fest? Oh my gosh.
I don't want to even promote them at all, but like I was, my jaw dropped. I was like, it was like suggested. I saw like Film Fest, and I was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, I thought it's at first
was like the regular Film
like
Fest.
Iowa, like I flipped the letters or something. I was like, is this Iowa? And I was like, oh, and then like down in the email, it was like, here's some trick or some tips to create film, and it was all these AI things. I was just like,
oh my gosh.
What?
So it's like, oh my gosh, it's our nightmare come true.
It is.
So yeah, you don't need actors or a set really.
You don't need anything. You just need a computer.
You just need a computer. Like, do you even need a script? I don't know. Does it do that too?
I was blown away. And this is the third one.
The third, yeah.
Third annual.
So it's not like the first thing they're just trying out. Like, people
What a
have
bunch of-
committed. There's enough people to keep it going.
These
But-
must be terrible films. Or they're short films that are just like a guy walking through a
Yeah.
forest. And it's like, okay.
Maybe it's like a scene. Maybe it's like a scene and you
Yeah.
just like come up with like the most elaborate AI clip.
They all have 6 fingers.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like a Where's Waldo, like find the real
Yeah.
person. or
that would be an
something.
interesting thing. Yeah, it's like an AI created a scene of a guy walking through a forest and we filmed one. Like, which one is
Oh
AI?
gosh. I think we could tell.
Oh, yeah, you'd be like, this one, obviously.
Like the flawless one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
or it's
hard.
like, yeah, you see the one where his legs all of a sudden are facing the other direction. That's the AI.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Those AIs are creepy.
Yeah. I will say, okay, so AI obviously not good for the arts. And the fact that, like, finally it's like AI is to a point where it can really do some things. And it's like the whole point as a kid growing up in, like, comic books and movies, it's like AI will replace the boring, tedious jobs so it'll free up time for everyone to do creative work. And now it's the opposite. You know, it's like,
yeah.
let's have it replace the creative stuff so that we can continue to do the tedious, boring stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't remember where I was going with this point.
Well, we're talking about AI and the film festival. You saw a film festival that was an AI film festival.
I don't even remember.
And then, shoot.
ADHD, baby. I don't remember the point that I was trying to make.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, just AI.
Films, AI.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that was the point. It's just like, it just sucks that it's...
Where's Waldo? Someone's an artist.
No, I remember the point. Okay. However, I do, maybe it's technically a guilty pleasure. I do love when it's obviously AI. Uh-huh. Like, I think it can be used to do funny things where it's like, what was it? It was, it'll be like the Oscars or whatever just happened, and it's like, you see someone standing, all of a sudden they're like, oh, and they get attacked by a bear, and it's like really obviously AI and really dumb. Like, it's like, okay, that's fine. If some kid just wanted to make that, like, I'm not gonna be like, how dare you, kid? Yeah. It's like, that's funny. And that's not replacing anyone's work.
No, it's just adding to it.
Yeah, it's just like, that's silly. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, it's when it's like, actually on Twitch, you know what a VTuber is?
Yeah.
So there's actually some people are starting to be like, are they actually streaming right now?
Oh, wow.
Or
no way.
is it an AI?
That they just let run?
Yes.
Yes, you could.
That's bullshit.
You could, because I don't know if you've ever like talked out loud to Chat GPT, like turn the voice on and just like actually have a conversation. It's like you can have a conversation with
Really?
it. You don't have to be formal. Like, it would be easy to take whatever technology that is and make it a VTuber. Like 100% easy.
I cannot imagine the embarrassment of, like, you think, because you're interacting with the VTuber, which is a character that they've created, but you're interacting with someone. To then, like, have the wizard pull the screen back and it's like, oh, you've been talking to Chat GPT this whole time.
Yeah, it's like,
I would be mortified.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy. But
That'd be sad.
And that would be sad, and I assume that person who started that VTuber they'd be just like, canceled or whatever, just like don't
Yeah, 'cause
ever
it's not real.
interact with them ever again. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, that's like kind of coming.
Like, you're basically just programming an AI, but then
Yeah.
that sucks because then, I mean, you just wipe it out. No one cares.
Yeah. Anyway, AI bad.
AI is okay. I mean, I use it for scheduling. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good for menial tasks.
Yeah.
It's good for, like, the boring stuff that, like, bogs you down. Because if you use it to then free up time to do more creative stuff, that's great.
Yeah.
It has a purpose.
Right. It just needs to swim in its own lane. That's all we're saying.
There you go. Perfect.
Swim in your own lane, Mary.
Swim in your own lane.
That's right.
Since we are segued, I'm going to do a quick VA shout-out
Oh, okay.
segment. VA shout-outs. Here we go. So we saw him, we've seen him now a couple times, but he hasn't said anything, but we officially get to hear him. We technically, chronologically don't know his name. He hasn't been said, I don't think. Oh, you know what? Maybe his name was said, like, episode 6, like when those little quick scenes with the
Yeah.
villains. I wonder if his name was said then. But Kuraguri, who's the purple mist man, is Chuck Huber. We do hear a few people at the beginning I don't think we've even gotten to this in the talking about it yet, but when
What?
Aizawa, he's like, Denki, use your quirk, contact him. I'm gonna go run down here, and he starts beating the crap out of all the villains. We hear there's a long gray-haired villain. That's Rachel Robinson.
I wondered, you know what is so weird? I honestly felt like when I saw that character, like I felt like it looked like her.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean? I was like, that's silly.
Yeah.
Why would I? What? Turns out I was right.
It was her. There's a green bull I have here written down. I don't remember what he says, but that's definitely Brandon Potter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice that. I
I
usually.
don't know if he ever does he get a character in the show? I don't know if he's like really in
I don't
it
think
here.
so. I could be wrong, but I don't think he ever does. I think he's a one-piecer.
A one-piecer.
One of them.
Later, when Sue and Deku and Mineta are on the boat in the water, there's the shark guy that
Oh my
almost
God, I love
bites
that
Deku.
guy.
That's Orion Pitts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, little Orion Pitts shark guy. And then Marcus Stimmick is the guy with no lips. He says, starting to get bored out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Marcus
I can
Stimmick.
totally hear it now.
Now, I wonder, so this is before his brother, because there's 4 Stimmick brothers.
Really?
Yes,
Do
and
they all look alike? Because
They look
the
very
two
similar.
do.
Yeah, Michael Stimmick, I don't think he was doing at least anime acting at this point, but he has been doing it more and more, so their voices are they have the same texture and timbre. You can tell them apart, but I feel like if they were to do like some kind of like character voice, I wonder if they sound really similar.
Yeah.
They already sound a little similar.
They sound very similar.
Yeah. But I don't know about the other two brothers.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
This is all news.
They don't exist.
This is one of those lies.
No, there are 4 Stimmick brothers.
And there are 2 Wiedenhefts.
Well, there's multiple Wiedenhefts. She has siblings.
Stop.
But yeah, anyway, that's the VA shoutouts. And I wonder if next episode, I don't think we're going to get any VA shoutouts, because I think we're going to ride this arc through the end of the season.
Oh, so
I think that's
we're on it.
Unless there's some random little bit villains that pop up and say something that I'm like, ooh, that's this person.
I hope they do.
Me too. We've had a VA shout out every episode so far. It'd be a shame
I felt
to
like
not
it's
have
been
one.
fun. Didn't you say Micah was one of them?
Oh, Micah Solasud. Yeah, he was. I don't remember what he said. I'm pretty sure he was one of the first villains that spoke.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't put it in here because I wasn't very certain of it.
Okay. I feel like it sounded like him too, though.
I think it was, but who knows?
Who knows?
All right, end of VA shout outs. So, Aizawa is going down there and just kicking butt. Like, kicking butt, taking names, just like...
Swinging scarf.
He kicks the shit out of some chick's face.
That's not her face. She kicked her in the chest.
No, it was her face. Because
kicked
remember,
her
she was like,
chest.
oh, my quirk. And then she gets blasted in the
Yeah.
face.
It was her face?
Yeah.
I thought he kicked her in the chest. Okay.
What would be worse? Which would you rather get kicked in the face or the chest?
The chest.
But you would risk, like, I guess either way. It's
No.
a vital organ right there.
Yeah, because if they hit you on the nose,
Well, no, it was like, I think the side of her face.
that would still suck. I mean,
Yeah.
chest. I'd rather, because face is so many bones and
Yeah.
eyes and noses and.
Here's the thing, though, too, in, like, popular media, I think they really downplay the true effects of a fight. Like, so he comes flying at her,
Yeah.
foot first, kicks her in the face, or kicks her wherever. And of course,
her.
in anime, it's like, oh, and you land on the ground, you're just like, oh, man.
Oh, that hurt. I just gonna lay here.
If you were to get kicked like that, like, yeah, you're possibly dead from your neck getting snapped, or
Yeah.
if you get hit like in your temple area, like you could be down forever.
You'd be out.
Broken bones, jaw broken, kicked in the
Hospital.
chest. You could break all your ribs
You
and
could break
pierce
your
your heart.
sternum. Yeah.
Like-
Oh, yeah, you could. You could kick your own bone into your chest and
Yeah.
your heart. That's awful.
At one point, he like does the scarf and gets 3 of them, and they slam their heads together. Dead. They are dead.
They're just gone.
And
yeah.
so it's like, I don't know. Remember episode 1 we talked about Darker My Hero?
Yeah.
I wonder if that would be a thing, like,
Oh, that'd be so cool.
because like Batman and stuff, like superheroes in general don't ever kill anyone.
Right.
But I wonder if Dark My Hero, like in like a scene like this, like Aizawa was
wonder.
like murdering these people.
Yeah, he's like
Literally.
flying. Like he's upset. Yeah. In Dark, My Hero.
Don't get in fights, kids.
I know, it's bad. Bullies are bad. But I really feel like Dark, My Hero needs to happen.
That would be cool.
It'd be so cool.
Dark My Hero would be legit. I mean, it would be super cool.
Yeah, you hear that, guys? Spread the
Would
word.
you guys like to see Dark My Hero?
Take a poll.
Take a poll. And so he's down there, and then Kurogiri separates all the kids, and we kind of see little quick moments of where everyone is. I didn't write down where everyone is, but we do see Jiro. I guess. So Momo, we don't know her quirk yet.
Yeah.
But in the next time on, we think we're going to learn more about her quirk next episode. But she
There was a thing. Yes. She pulls like a crowbar out of her arm.
It's like a pole, out of her arm. She's like, yeah!
That was the most brutal, hardcore, darkest thing I have seen.
But
on
Dark My Hero, it's like there's like blood, like it's like a thing. It's not just like magically.
And you hear it. It like comes out and like drips, and like her arm is just like hanging off of her, and she's like,
I have
"Make
a
my
pole."
day.
But Jiro has a sword in that shot.
Oh,
so
really?
I think Momo also created a sword for her because Jiro doesn't have a sword.
So she just like pulls it out of her neck.
Yeah, she's
literally.
like, here you go.
Like she could literally pull things out of her ass. Like literally.
So I was like, where'd you get that sword? Did you pull it out your ass? Yes.
As a matter of fact, I did.
I did. We commented on it in the pre-watch. That whole segment is another good writing segment because it's just like a solid minute of just like, I think Todoroki has one line like during that segment.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's just lots of like
grunts and like, and
Yeah.
God, that must have been like so fast to write now that I think about it.
yeah.
Because it's already.
Well, until you get to the three of them on the boat, because then it's a lot of them.
Oh, right.
And then, and see, this is where line counts really start to skyrocket, where like Deku and Froppy are talking, but then in the background, Mineta's like, well, guys, what are we going to do? So it's like, you're like, okay, so you got to write them talking, and then you got to go back, and you got to watch his flap. That's where it can really get bogged down.
Yeah.
When that stuff is.
And you've like written the same
because of
scene
time.
like 10 times because there's 10 different characters talking at once. Yeah. That'll make you crazy.
So it's like give or take. You get this nice segment where nothing happens, and then you're just like, God damn it, stop talking, Mineta.
Just stop. Oh gosh. And then he switches
And he switches.
mouths. And...
Switches mouths. We have 3 Mineta perv moments. So I think this is perv moment 3, 4, and 5.
Is it perv though?
Well,
or is
so
it just...
he says, so I guess the 3 of them get transported there. We see Deku almost get eaten by Orion Pits.
Right.
But at the last second, Froppy's like, "Wah," and uses her tongue to save him.
him on up.
We see she's got Mineta, so she's already had Mineta. And so they go to the surface, and he's like resting on her boobs. He's like, you got pretty big boobs for a frog,
they call
Mineta, or Sue, like,
like
good for floaties.
Yeah.
So that's a perv moment. That's a little pervy.
It is, but I mean,
At least
is it because he's a kid? Like, do we call it perv or do we call it curious?
inappropriate. Well, because
Yes,
because
inappropriate.
So remember, this is year 1 of Japanese high school.
Yes.
So this is in America. This would be sophomore year because Japanese high school is only 3 years.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think back to when I was. So
You're
14,
15.
15. Yeah, you're 15. In this situation, if I like fell on a girl who had big boobs or something, I wouldn't be like, thank goodness your huge boobs broke my fall. No,
Right?
I would
That'd
just
be
be like, oh no, sorry, thank you, yeah,
That's
no.
true.
I think it's inappropriate. I think maybe he just has a problem where he can't hold back his inner monologue or
Right.
his inner thoughts.
He has no filter.
No filter.
Yeah.
So is it pervy or is it inappropriate? No filter.
I think it's
Where's the
inappropriate.
line? What would have been pervy? How would that situation
Pervy.
have definitely been pervy?
I think when you are doing it consciously, like actively looking at someone and knowing it's bad, but doing it anyway. It's like, I know it's wrong to like go, hey, like to some girl or whatever, but I'm gonna do it because I want to, even though it's bad. I feel like that's pervy. I feel like it's a little bit more innocent and awkward when you're a child and you don't know yet that you're not allowed to say those things out loud.
Okay.
That it's not nice to like lay on girls' boobs, like, you know.
Because he didn't go over to her and laid his head on
Right.
her boobs.
He
She just
just-
kind of like had him.
Yeah, and he was like, oh wow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Okay. So not a perv moment. Almost.
inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Yeah.
Inappropriate, no filter moment. Okay.
Because
all right.
pervy is, I think, just like with intention to violate and to look at something or do something you know you're not supposed to. I think that's pervy.
Okay.
I think you're just like an innocent kid whose mama's slacking, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I like it. So
All
we're
right.
still not hating on Mineta yet.
Not yet, but
Not yet.
listen, maybe it'll show up. Who knows?
But yeah, we see them, everyone where they're at, and then it ends with the three of them in the boat, and then that's the midway point. So
Yeah.
because they're on the boat, let's do Leah's segment, ship or amphibian.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a word.
Okay.
And I'm going to time you.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And you're going to try to get as many as you can
Ooh, okay.
in 90 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say the word and you just tell me, is it a ship?
Like a ship type or the name of a ship?
Probably more like the name of the ship, like the, SS Lewis or something.
Okay.
Either a ship, a name of a ship, or is it an amphibian?
Okay.
Something that's on water and land, like a frog. Okay, go. Cuddy Cirque.
Ship.
Yes. Olm.
Ship?
No.
Damn it.
It's amphibian.
Okay.
Okay. Resolute.
Ship.
Yep. Cressy.
Amphibian.
Nope. Siren.
Siren. Ship?
Nope.
Damn it.
Amphibian. Let's see. Mud puppy.
Oh, that's an amphibian.
Yeah. Erebus.
Erebus. Amphibian? Damn it.
All right. Endeavor.
Ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alpine newt.
That's an amphibian.
Okay. Hellbender.
Hellbender.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ship.
Nope.
What?
That is an amphibian.
Wow. Okay.
Nice job.
Well, I think I got half of them right.
Yeah, you had half of those
Half of
right.
them?
That's pretty good.
Thank you. That's fun. Can I do
job.
it to you? Or
I
is-
mean, you could, but I know what they are.
Oh, you know what they are. Okay, it'll just be
mean-
for me.
Yeah, you can do the next one. Catch me on the next side.
There you go.
Next time there's a ship and an amphibian.
Or I'll think of something similar for the next episode. See
Yeah.
if I can trick you. That's fun.
Look at
Thank
that.
you. That was ship and amphibian, guys.
Ship and amphibian.
The rest of the episode is basically the three of them on the ship. We don't visit the other kids who have been teleported, except for that we just see them briefly where they ended up, but that's it.
So we just know that they're not there.
We know that they're not there, and so we cut to the kids who didn't get teleported, and then a little bit, but then it's
Yeah.
mostly
Most of
Deku and
these
them.
guys. Deku was like stepping up.
He was taking charge. you know,
Yeah.
being a hero.
I kind of got it. Like I saw him come of age.
Oh, hold on.
What?
First, I forgot. After the commercial break, we go to All Might and Nezu.
Oh my gosh.
We go to All Might and Nezu. So we heard Nezu, I think, in the last episode very briefly. But now we really get to see him.
Oh my gosh, and he's so cute.
He's a little cutie guy. He's pretty
He's-
freaking awesome.
He is definitely like my favorite character art, I would say. I want a plushie.
What does he
Like
say?
Nezu.
He says, he says, yeah, I'm a
bear and I'm-
bear or a mole or a rat or something like that.
Yeah.
We
I don't know what I am.
yeah, do we canonically? I guess we don't know what he is. Like that's
I
pretty
guess
fun.
so. It's kind of cute though.
And
He
I
looks
like that he's self-aware of that.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know. Just pick one. Pick
He's
your
like,
favorite.
yeah, I'm one of those things, which I think is great. But then, so the villains they teleport there to kill All Might. So I guess the question is, if All Might was there, would he have been killed? But I feel like no, because there's
Oh.
3 pro heroes and these kids. The kids take care of these villains. It looks like no problem, and
Yeah, they didn't
Aizawa's
have a
taken
problem.
out a bunch of them too. So
I think they were fine.
I feel like he would have been fine. But as is, All Might's just chilling in the school.
He's hiding down under.
And I guess the point of that scene was just to, I don't know, see that All Might's limitations. Because like Nezu's like, hey man, you can't be a hero anymore. You know, All Might comments that he has 10 minutes of hero form
Yeah.
left. Nezu's like, you got to stop doing hero stuff before school because I need All Might here.
And
I don't
yeah.
need Small Might, So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I knew that eventually, since All Might has passed on his quirk, I knew that like his quirk slowly diminishes, his power diminishes. But I feel like it's happening really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like Deku's getting stronger too, so maybe that's like his going down makes.
I won't spoil it, but I know that at least through season 3, All Might retains his quirk to at least like a fraction of it. But like, I don't know. So like in my head, I'm like, we're still in season 1, and he barely has any quirk left.
Yeah.
So how are they going to stretch that out for 2 more seasons? Is he like he can transform for like 10 seconds and then 9 and then 8.5? It's like. I don't know.
Well,
it was interesting.
Cut back and forth. Maybe they don't go to his story as often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just leave us on red.
Maybe. Yeah. It's man. I wonder what Sabbath thinks of that, because Colleen would have been like, "Hey, you're the Superman of this show," and he's like, "Hell yeah!" And then like,
it's like, not really.
Not really.
Wah, wah. You're the retired Superman.
Yeah. You're really important for the first 4 eps, and then after that,
then we just kind of
we don't need
give
your
it over
quirk.
to this guy.
But yeah, so then they have their little dialogue, and Nezu's super cute. We love Nezu. He's awesome.
Nezu.
And then we cut back, so we see Deku and them are on the boat. But real quick, Ida, the classic hero conundrum. I think a few episodes back we did the like, what quirk? Oh, what quirk could you have quiz? And one of the questions I think was like, you've been told you need to go. Oh my God, it's probably because of this episode, Kyle. But it's like you've been told to go dash off. It's basically the Ida exactly what happens to him. What do you do? And Ida's like, no, it'll be disgraceful. So like, I don't remember how you answered on the quiz, and I don't remember how I answered, but how would you handle that situation? Like, you're like an up and coming hero in training.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good quirk, and then they're like, because of your power, you would be most helpful not here fighting, but running away.
Yeah.
Going,
going that way.
Like, are you like, cool, whatever I need to do to help the group, or are you like, no, I want to stay and fight? Like, what do you do?
Oh, I'd say cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
Same.
Like, what would you do?
I'd be like, oh, good luck, guys.
Yeah. Like,
I'll do what I need to do as best I can, but I'm not too upset that I'm not here
know
fighting.
What I mean? That's cool. It's cool.
Especially if it's like news report. All 19 of these kids died in this USJ. Like, oh man, dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Maybe literally.
Oh snap! Things got
because that one guy, his quirk is. Aizawa nullifies it, but he has like finger guns.
I thought that was 13.
Well, 13, their little thing pops up, but the one guy, one of the first villains.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, do whatever, and it like doesn't fire, and he's like, whoa, my quirk.
And they're like, it's actual.
In Dark, my hero, he's like, oh, my quirk, what's going on? And then
they
Aizawa
would go
releases
off
it.
on him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's Dark My Hero.
That is Dark My Hero.
Oh, guys, we gotta make Dark My Hero.
I know, come on. Y'all draw, right?
Y'all draw.
I don't know why I assume that.
Yeah, no,
that's
great.
You watch anime, you draw.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty safe assumption. I feel like a lot of anime fans are also artists.
That's true.
Which I'm always jealous of. Like that's why a lot of our show and tell stuff is like
art.
crazy. Like I feel like this girl was like, yeah, I did this in like a half hour on a Sunday.
I know, waiting in line.
Mine would have looked a tenth as good and would have taken me years.
Yeah, this is me after like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 versions of the beginner class or something.
Yeah. The rest of the episode basically is them on the boat, and we get to see more Froppy.
Oh my gosh, I love Froppy.
Last episode, talked about our opinion of Froppy. Her stock is rising even more. Like, she is a cool character.
She is a cool character. She's fun. I love her whole design. But I just think it's funny that when they list her, they talk about her quirk, they're like, it's frog. She does what a frog does.
Quirk. Frog. But no, I mean, like, she doesn't really have a downside. Her downside, I guess, is that she looks like a frog. But, like, I feel like if someone had, like, frog jump would be their quirk. Like, I can jump really high like a frog.
Oh, yeah.
But she can jump really high like a frog. She's got a super long tongue. She can stick to walls.
Yeah, she can climb things. She can eat flies.
Really good underwater. Oh, yeah, maybe that's a downside. She only eats bugs.
She can only eat bugs because she's a frog.
Yeah,
that
it's
sucks.
good protein. Good protein.
I guess.
She has human taste buds, but the diet of a frog.
Oh.
So she feels the fly squirming around as she crunches down on it.
No, that's so nasty. And she has to like stick her tongue out and it lands and like she pulls it in. And
Yeah.
it's fully formed and
Yeah.
probably still kicking. No, that's just so gross. Can you imagine? And then she has to carry things with her tongue.
But she also secretes some acids, her stomach acid.
Oh, yeah, that's gross. Oh, that's right. She was like, I cleaned my inside of my stomach for fun or something. It was really disturbing.
Is that what a frog does? Like when they pull their tongue in, like they clean it with they're like and their stomach acid cleans their tongue?
Bet. Maybe that's why it's got that like bubble, you know?
She has a very
Interesting.
powerful and interesting quirk.
Is it powerful though? I mean, she
seems
can
like
grab
it.
someone with her tongue.
Versatile. I mean, she can do a lot of
It's
stuff.
versatile. It is versatile.
I mean, luckily she got transported to the water area because she can swim
That's
really
true.
good underwater.
They thought they were...
Poor Deku was just like, remember you said he was swimming with his head?
He went like this for like 15 frames, like he was doing this.
Yeah, and then Mineta just gave up immediately. He got transported to the water. He's like, nah, I'm dead. Fuck it.
I'm gonna use floaties.
I'm surprised his diaper didn't float him.
His bowl.
His bowl.
He could have flown away in his little bowl.
But yeah, Froppy's awesome. She's obviously, she's Monica, so
So automatically, it's amazing.
she's great. Her voice is going to be awesome, and just Monica's deliveries of these lines are just so awesome because it's like, I just love Sue's just dry delivery on some of this stuff.
Samesies.
We had a weird moment. I forgot to look into it, but where Sue, her thing, you said Monica signs it, like, just call me Sue.
Yeah.
Well, so she comes on board, and then Deku's like, oh, thanks, Asu, we did it. And he's like, oh, and he like freaks out, and she's like, everything all right, or whatever. I feel like I'd be interested to know what it was in the Japanese, because I feel like it wasn't literally just, I said her name that she said not to say, farts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's something else there.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like what else?
I don't know. I wonder if there's some weird translation thing, because he definitely
I see what you're
overreacted
saying.
to saying her name wrong.
Yeah, so
or using the wrong name or whatever.
Yeah, so it must have been something. I wonder if it was something like pervy or something, or like.
Yeah, I wonder if that'd be interesting to.
Maybe like,
know.
hey, frog tits. I mean,
Hey, that'd be awesome if he called her frog tits. Sue, I'm sorry.
It's horrible. And that's why he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Me too.
Thanks for saving us, frog tits. Oh no.
Just call me Sue.
Just call me Sue. I don't think Sue would even care. See, that's like he should. Obviously, that would be inappropriate. But I also love that Sue wouldn't care. She'd be like, "Yeah,
all right.
just call me Sue next time."
Yeah, she's like, just grow up.
But yeah, and then we get to see Mineta's quirk for the first time.
Sticky balls.
I love that he's like,
I don't know what
make
they
these
do.
balls that thick. and he's just like,
that's all I know.
yeah. It was like,
I don't know what else
okay.
they do. They stick. They're balls. They come off of my head.
Yeah, they come. But okay, so speaking of Mineta's sticky balls.
Yeah.
Let's jump into Patreon questions, because I know one of the questions was about his sticky balls.
Oh, good.
Here we go. Next segment, Patreon Q's and A. From Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf.
If you've attended a convention in the past few years, you might know Buddy the Elf. He's like a real tall dude. He always cosplays as Buddy the Elf.
I feel like I've seen somebody
You have surely seen him. He's a really nice guy.
I love that.
Yeah. And his question is, Leah, what's your favorite color?
Well, it's funny you ask. I actually changed this recently.
Oh.
For the longest time, my favorite color was red. And,
Blood red?
yeah, like a crimson red. I always had like accents of stuff that's red. I always had a room that was red or at least with a red wall. Everything was red. I just loved that color. As of recently, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm losing my heart to orange.
Orange?
Yeah, I love orange.
Okay. I don't think I've ever known anyone. Is it because of pumpkin spice toga?
No, I don't know what it is. I think it's just like a cool blend of red and yellow, and I don't know. I like where it hits, like where it sits. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, I
little
like
red,
orange.
a little yellow, and there you go.
I like it.
I like the orange.
Orange.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's random,
It is.
but still cool.
I think it's a unique choice.
Yeah, like whenever somebody gets an orange car, you're
I
like,
will say, best Tootsie Pop, orange.
oh, that's true.
Best Tootsie Pop is orange.
You're right.
Yep.
I enjoy the Yes, and the flavor is good.
Mm, yeah, oranges are good for you.
If something
know
is
what?
orange,
My favorite color is now orange.
all right. But think about it. If something is orange,
Yeah.
you take notice of like, oh, that's weird. It's orange, but then you like it. It's like
Yeah,
it's a delight. It's like catches you.
It's definitely a positive color.
Yeah, it catches you off guard. Like, oh, orange. Where did you
orange.
come from?
I like this.
Yes.
Interesting.
Like if your cups are orange, you're like, what? Like nobody can like let it go.
This is the most random segue ever. But
Yeah.
speaking of cups,
Oh God, what?
when I was a kid, and my parents were like, hey, so you want to start like playing a sport or whatever? And I grew up in Dallas in the early 90s, so I loved Dallas Cowboys football.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to play football. And my older sister goes, if you play football, though, you have to wear a cup. And I was like, what? She goes, down. And in my head, I was picturing like a coffee mug.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I was like, what? I don't want to do that. And so I was like, I'll play baseball.
Oh no, you thought that you were gonna have to like pass a ball with an actual cup.
Yeah. I thought I had to wear a cup
Run
down
around
there.
with a mug.
Oh, a coffee mug in my
Like
pants.
world's
yeah.
best dad, like
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Obviously, then they were like, and I was like, oh.
Oh yeah.
And I ended up playing football in middle school, but yeah.
That's
I didn't play
awesome.
Pee Wee football, probably for the best, to be honest, but because of my sister and her saying pick up. I had a similar sport experience for you baseball people. I played a lot of baseball as a kid. And so I'm up there doing some practice swings. I'm up next, and someone from the dugout goes, do you want a donut? And I was like, yeah, I want a donut. Thinking it was like a donut that you eat. But no, it's the donut you put on the bat to like weigh it to make it a little
no.
heavier. And so they were like, I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, do you want a donut?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I want a donut.
Of
We got
course.
donuts back there?
That's cool. Where are they at?
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, I would have been sad. Lee can't draw. For Kyle, how do you think Denki would have fared if he were warped into the different zones in USJ?
How do you say that word, WARPED?
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 How do you say it?
Warped. Okay.
Warped?
I would say would have fared if you were warped. Is that an Arizonian thing? Warped?
New Mexico.
New Mexico, I mean?
No, warped.
Warped?
Is
Warped.
it- That's not how you say it? What? Is it really?
I've never heard anyone say that like that.
Well, I've never heard the other one.
Warp.
Warped.
We're gonna go
Like in the
warp.
warp zone. You know what I mean?
Warp.
What?
Oh my god, that's awesome. Warp.
Stop.
I'm trying to think of other words that would maybe.
No, like warped. Like warped.
Okay,
Like the time warp.
so you're like playing
Time warp.
Mario and you're like, oh, we're gonna warp to zone 8. Warp.
Well, the way you're saying it doesn't sound right.
No, that's what you said. You said warp.
Warp.
Warped. Wow.
Warp.
No, that's cool. I like it. Warped. If he were warped into the different. Okay. Ruin zone. This zone simulates a destroyed urban environment with buildings found in precarious conditions. He would fare well there because one of his abilities is he can do like a big like area of effect lightning thing.
Ooh, that's cool.
So if he's like, oh, there's villains hiding around here, he can just be like, no problem.
He's like, there's a light.
I think he does well there. Landslide zone. Located in this zone, sloped terrain with assorted debris. Honestly, same, but he's not like he wouldn't be able to navigate the sloped terrain as well, so he might not fare as well there. Mountain zone simulates a rocky mountainous area filled with cliffs. Honestly, same as ruin zone. Conflagration zone.
What's that?
Located in this zone simulates an urban environment that is constantly on fire. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I mean, lightning and fire aren't, it's not like he can put out the fire, so
Yeah,
he would
it would make it
probably not do
worse.
well. Flood zone. Okay, this one he would
That's-
do really well in.
But the electricity in the water.
Well, it doesn't hurt him. So
Doesn't?
if he was with Deku and all them, they'd be like, what do we do? And Deku would have just been like, bzzz, and they're all dead.
Oh.
That he would do the best in flood zone.
Yeah, that's cool.
Downpour zone is the last one. Constantly hit by heavy rainfall and strong winds.
Oh gosh. Rainfall?
Honestly, same. He could do like some area effect stuff, but
You
he
could
would
just like walk in and just be
Yeah.
like,
you know, but it wouldn't hit them because it's not. They're constantly in water. It wouldn't. It kind of sting them. So he wouldn't do as well in flood zone, but he would still do really well. He would because Denki's he's a badass.
He is. He's electric.
As always, the thing that would hold him back is his own courage. He's not the bravest fellow. All right, this one's from Cock.
Oh, the rooster.
At the end of the episode, Mineta threw his sticky balls at the villains and stuck them all together into a giant ball of villains. My question is, they totally killed those guys, right? In the last frame, the villains were up in the air, but they're going to fall back into the water, and they should float, but the guys on the bottom of the ball will drown.
Oh my God.
This same situation happened in a Simpsons episode, and Mo drowned because of it. So those villains have to be dead, right?
I think you're overthinking just a little bit. Yeah, the villains are dead. They're dead. That's why we never see them again. I was wondering that.
That's true. Maybe all the villains do die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were asking like, how many out of the League of Villains, and I was like, well, I mean, oh, there's this dude, this dude, this dude. But maybe that's because the rest of them died.
You do. I've always wondered, like, you know, if you have a stuffy nose, like, let's say you get kidnapped and it's fall or spring.
Okay.
Oh, I can't breathe through my nose. And, you know, they tape your mouth. Aren't you dead?
Yeah.
You can't breathe.
Yeah, you're dead.
Or does your body, like, recognize that and it's like, oh, no.
No, because you probably choke on your own gunk.
Yeah.
'Cause
that never
if you
happens in
couldn't-
any movie, though. Like, I would love to see that in a movie where they're like, wait, no, I can't. And they're like, all right,
like,
you stay here, and they just
suffocate
die.
themselves.
Yeah.
Because of their own snottiness.
I think that would be in a Guy Ritchie movie. Did you ever see Snatch?
No, but I've heard that it was like intense.
Oh, it's great. Snatch is great.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Does it have a good story? Like, I have to have a story.
Well, it's like two stories in one, and they interweave a lot.
Oh, okay.
No, Snatch is great, but there's a point where like two characters end up like they're like on the same like we got to go get this thing, and then and at one point he's like, there's like this gunfire that happens, and they're like, all right, we got to get out of here. Come on, man. Oh
no.
And he just leaves because he died.
Oh shit.
But like, just that like, obviously the loss of life is tragic, but like, I love that just thrown away, just callous, like,
Just, like,
oh, like I could see some
hate it when that
kidnappers
happens.
being like, all right, yeah, we've got the person. Oh shit. All right, Plan B. They died accidentally.
Oops. Sorry.
Anyway,
bad.
no overthinking. Yeah, they would.
But yeah, they're dead.
They'd be dead, or at
They're
least
dead.
like because if they landed like perfectly down and didn't have any momentum, the guys on the bottom would die. But like if they kind of landed and were like moving, they would just slowly be waterboarded, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
And if they could swim, I mean, maybe.
Except for the guy in the middle, though, he's just like, this is fine. He would just be smelling everyone's butts.
Oh God, that's awful. Can you imagine being like trapped and like having to smell humans
Yeah.
that close to you? Ugh.
Yeah, Mineta murdered them, I think.
That's why they hate him. He's a murderer. He's a murderer.
He's a murderer. Mineta the murderer.
Oh my
you
gosh,
go.
you guys, that makes sense. That makes sense. You hate him because he's a murderer.
That's right.
Not because he's a little kid with curiosities and natural born, I don't know, unfilteredness.
All right, you ask Lexi's.
All right. As Class 1A, we're separated into groups of 3, all scattered in USJ. In what group do you see yourself into? Well, she meant in.
Yeah.
And why? Also, look into the location they were put into as well.
Honestly, you know, I'd want to be with one of the people that were, because they weren't all in groups of 3. So I think I'd want to go with Ojiro because he was by himself, but he was in the fire zone.
Oh, he was.
That would suck.
You'd fry.
Tokoyami and Koto. He was in they're in the downpour zone. That would suck.
Yeah, because then you'd be like electrocuting yourself too, right? If the water was just downpouring on you.
Well, no, I think she means like us.
Oh, us.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think I'd want to go to the ruins zone. Simulates a
that?
destroyed urban environment with buildings found in precarious conditions.
Yeah, that's easy.
I feel like that'd be the easiest.
I feel that.
I don't know who ended up there.
I don't either. I don't remember anyone walking around in urban. Maybe we see that next video.
Maybe we do.
Video episode.
Next video.
Shut up. Next episode. Yeah, I agree with that answer. I would not want to be in a downpour or
Yeah, no fire.
no fire.
I wouldn't want to be stranded on a boat. Or they got lucky that there was a boat there because they
Yeah.
would.
They would have just been in the water.
Yeah, that would suck. From Jackie R30, with you guys being so close to ending season 1, if you had total control to change one thing about an episode or the entire season, what would it be and why?
I think I would have liked more of an arc for Deku to become hardcore Deku that he is now. I feel like the last episode we really focused on him, he was like whiny crying, and like now all of a sudden he's like, ugh.
Okay.
Like I would like to see more of the journey to that instead of
Okay.
just, I'm strong now.
Okay. Similar but different. If there is redemption coming for Bakugo, I would like to see it this season. I would have liked to have seen it 3 episodes ago. Like the one thing I would change is, so it was what, episode 7?
Like 6 or 7,
8?
yeah.
When Deku goes running out there and he's got his arm in a cast and he's like, Bakugo, like that. And he explains, he's like, hey, dude, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
I was given my quirk. And in the show, Bakugo's like, what do you think, I'm an idiot? You know, I would have had him, he could still be mad and he could still have his issues, but in that moment, I would have had him been like, well, whatever, man, like, okay, I
Yeah.
guess, you know. Because then it's like, okay, we can see him calm down, we can see him grow, we can see him move his ego out of the way, and he can still want to be the best, he can still not like Izuku or whatever.
Right.
But I would have made it so that he understood or believed him in that moment.
Yeah, or like was affected by
Yeah.
someone's vulnerability or, you know.
Yeah, it's like I just hate that he still is just like, just so absurdly just
yeah, it's like-
obtuse about this.
It makes it a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if he had any kind of reaction to that, we could do the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, it's just because he doesn't know any different, yada, yada. But
Yeah,
now it's
because
like,
then, you know, he could just be like, okay, whatever. Okay, I'll close the book on that part of my life. Like, we're cool, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
interact with you. And then he can go hang out with what becomes the Baku Squad or whatever. And I guess that happens eventually at some point, but I'm just so done.
Yeah.
Like, I like these episodes like this because it's like we don't get a lot of Bakugo. It's not like
right?
cool.
It's like somehow
Yeah.
easy to tolerate.
Easy
What?
to tolerate.
It's not as loud.
All right. Well, thanks for the questions, guys. And yeah, as always, if you want to ask us questions, hop in that Patreon and ask away. There were a couple left over that I was like, whoa, like this makes more sense a little later on. So we're still putting them in the bank. But yeah, there you go. Okay, back.
Yay.
Let's wrap up the ep.
Let's wrap it.
So Deku and Mineta and Froppy, they're on that boat, and it's the whole second half of the ep is basically them because it's them kind of. It's cool. We get to see Deku kind of become a hero. He's calm in the situation. He's dealing with it. He's leading, and Froppy is there, very helpful, and like, okay, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Mineta's just crying a whole bunch.
Right.
He has his moment where he chucks the balls into the water and murders all those villains. But it was an interesting moment. We got to see the character. You know, we know Deku pretty intimately at this point, but it was cool seeing 2 other characters and how they interact with Deku. So
I like that they also showed a bigger range of those characters. You know what I mean? Like not everybody's like the typical hero. Like male or female, because I feel like that's kind of what we had. And this is like, oh no, this one's a frog and this one's a bowl of grapes and has a lisp and throws balls and what?
Oh, Brina texted me back.
Oh.
By the way, I don't know if this is public knowledge or not, but fun fact.
Oh.
I asked Brina, where'd Mineta's lisp come from? Was it a Japanese thing, a Colleen thing, or a you thing? And she said that was a me thing. I thought it would make him less threatening.
Oh, that's so smart of her.
So yeah, because I guess he's probably going to have some... I'm guessing Colleen was like, hey, I think you could do a real fun voice for this guy. He's the perv of the show.
But he's also a kid.
He's also a kid. But yeah, so I wonder if Brina was like, okay, when he does have those moments, if he has like maybe a more fun sounding voice, maybe
Yeah.
it'll come off less so.
And I think she did. That's a good job because that's
It
why
was.
I kind of have the perspective of like, oh, he's just a kid.
Yeah,
like,
he's just a kid.
with curiosity isn't a bad mom. Like he's not making perverted choices.
There you go.
Look at her
Look at that.
saving the show,
Saving the show.
saving us from what could have been a
a disaster.
whole disaster of anger and
Yeah.
upset.
So I guess the plan is Deku, to deal with these villains, Deku's going to jump off the ship, do a smash into the water,
Delaware Smash.
and they're all like kind of dispersed. Froppy's going to jump off with Mineta, get Deku, and then Mineta's going to chuck his sticky balls at them so that they're stuck there. And that's the
Stick
plan.
them together.
Stick them together. You called it. Episode 1, we talked about there was Texas Smash and then Detroit Smash, and they were like, oh, so if Texas Smash is the biggest one.
Yeah, Delaware Smash. I did call it. You're right.
And you even did a flick. Delaware Smash.
Delaware Smash.
And the episode ends with Deku doing
A flick.
Delaware flick.
That's right, because it's so little. You're like
It was so little. He's like, ooh, I don't want to use all my powers, but if I do this.
a little
Delaware
flick for
Smash.
just a baby Delaware, like
So-
a tiny Delaware Smash.
When you said Delaware Smash, I was like, oh, that would be, they should include that in the show. I thought it was just Texas, Detroit, and like that's
Yeah.
it. Or there's like United States of Smash at some point, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that there was a Delaware Smash.
And
look
there
at you.
is.
You called it.
Look at us thinking alike.
You
Me
did
and
it.
Hiroshima,
Horikoshi.
Hirikoshi, we're like,
He warped his thoughts to you.
did warp his thoughts to me. Stop.
I hope they continue to include this every time. But as they're like flying away, and I don't remember who has the last line, they're like, all right, we did it. Or I think Froppy does. But as they're flying away, you just see Deku's finger and thumb
Yeah,
just
it's like,
all gross and broken and flopping
It's
around.
like they have to make it as like horrifying as possible.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we get it. Like, yeah, you hurt his fingers.
Yeah.
Do you have to draw it like bruised and
Yeah.
swollen?
Looks like a
It's like hangy
8-day-old
downy.
banana or something.
Yes, and they make it like so
flopping
clear,
around.
like where the bone is probably broken, and
Yeah, it's gross.
Can't.
But it's, it's cool.
it
Anyway,
does. It gives us the effect that we need.
There's part 1 of, I don't know. What?
Episode 10.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is a 5-episode arc because it starts halfway through 9.
Okay.
And then I
10.
think it goes all the way through to 13.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Damn.
So this is part 1. So I don't know if we're going to get, we're going to focus on the different zones. Like maybe next episode we're going to focus on Denki's group. And I don't know what zone he's in, but I don't know if we're only going to focus on
fun.
them or we're going to jump around, but yeah, I'm
love
excited for the
that.
next episode. It's going to
Me
be
too.
fun.
I can't wait to see all these different zones.
The different zones.
I like when you get to make choices of things like zones or like houses or stuff like that. So it's, I don't know. For me,
Yeah.
that's fun. You know what I mean? Like the Harry Potter houses.
We'll have to decide what our favorite zone is by the end of the arc.
Oh,
the end
okay.
of this. We'll be like, here's our favorite zone.
Like, which zone did you get?
Which zone
Whose
did
class
you-
are you in?
Yeah, I like it. No, I like it. Which zone are you?
Which zone are you? You can't sit with us.
You can't do with us. All right, we're going to wrap this episode up with Kyle versus Leah quiz.
Oh, shit, yeah.
This is my easy one. What happens if Mineta uses too many of his sticky balls?
That's your easy one?
Mm-hmm. He talks about it and we see it happen.
He drowns? He cries? I don't
No.
know.
Oh, no.
What? I don't remember him saying something happens. He said he didn't know.
No,
he didn't know what they were for.
No, he goes, yeah, because that's when he's like, if I stick it to the wall, it sticks to the wall. He's talking about his quirk. He's like, if I do it too much, this happens. And then at the end of the episode, we see that it
Do
happens.
too much.
Because
And
he's
then what happens?
pulling it off of his head.
He loses them, right? He runs out. Like,
Well, what happens when he runs out?
he dies.
Not quite that intense. Back it up a little bit from there.
Well, because it's part of him, right? So he's
Yeah.
yanking him off and he runs out. Then he can't walk? I don't know. Like, he didn't say it. What did he say?
He bleeds. And we see as he's like, ah, we see blood coming down his head.
I didn't know that was a quirk. I just thought he meant like it's part of him, and so I get half a point. That's what I thought. Like you pull him off, and then he ends up
0 points.
hurting himself because it's his skin, so he's bleeding. He's not just sitting there without bleeding. Fine.
Sorry.
All right, it's fine.
I'll give you a bonus one that you'll definitely get.
Who are the only heroes Kirigori says he sees?
Aizawa and 13. Or Eraserhead in 13.
Yes. How did you get that? That was hard. Come on.
Those are the only two heroes there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're pro heroes, though.
Pro heroes, yeah. My medium one. Which two students get warped with Denki?
With Denki, Jiro and... the Kirishima? The red hair? Justin Cook. No, Jiro and...
Remember Jiro has a sword?
Oh, Momo.
There you go.
Oh, gosh. Jiro and Momo, yeah. And they're like pulling stuff out of her body.
Just pulling stuff out of her butthole.
Ugh, God. How does Nezu keep his fur so glossy?
Keratin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's cute. He's a little cute guy. All right, this is a hard one. What type of quirk can't Aizawa erase?
Oh, shoot.
It's the villain. He's like, I'm a this type, and so I bet you can't nullify my quirk. And he's like, that's right, I can't.
Because it can't touch me.
What type of quirk? I believe also Invisible Girl has this type.
It's called a villain quirk. It's a quirk. Permanent mutation?
A heterophobic, or not heterophobic.
A heterophobic.
Heteromorphic. A scared of straight people quirk. Heteromorphic type.
I do have that quirk.
Fear of straight people.
Oh my gosh.
A heteromorphic type.
Heteromorphic type.
All right, here's a bonus one. Because
Okay.
you got one. So you need this to have at least walk away with two.
Okay.
Which zone does Froppy say would have been a better one for the villains to send her to?
Oh, the fire zone.
The fire zone. Boom.
Ta-da!
did
Because
it.
she's a frog. So I
She's
got
a
one and a
frog.
half?
You got two.
Okay, I got two. Yay! Why didn't the teachers stop the villains from getting into the USJ?
Why didn't they stop them? Mm-hmm. They warped in. They couldn't stop them. Or is it they mention that there is a quirk user who's preventing like the alarms from going off. There's one of the villains is preventing the alarms from going off.
Mm-mm.
But
that's not why they didn't stop them.
What do you mean? Why didn't they stop him? That makes it seem like the teachers willingly let the villains in.
No, they didn't willingly, but I mean, there's a reason why they didn't stop the villains from coming in.
I don't know why.
He says it at the end. Because they were in the cafeteria trying to get rid of the reporters.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
They explained it because like the media was trying to get in.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that was from last episode, though.
No, it wasn't. It's from this one.
All right. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine.
You really don't believe me.
I believe you.
No, it's at the end.
I believe you.
It's true.
That's fine.
I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna send it to you. But
Okay.
it's a whole thing.
Do
And
it.
it says because they were in the cafeteria trying to get rid of the reporters,
Okay.
and they found them because they found like the folders with their schedules. That's how they knew where they were.
You're right. Okay.
See?
Okay. Oops. That's all right. We both got two. I'm still lifetime ahead by. I looked at it. I'm ahead by 1.9 points.
0.9.
Yeah, because last episode I gave you a tenth of a point
Oh.
for something.
Okay. So yeah. All right.
Huzzah! We did it.
We did it.
All right, that's the quiz, and that is the ep.
That's it. Ta-da.
We did it. We did it.
We did it, guys. We made it through the wilderness.
I'm excited for this last arc. I think it's going to be cool. My Hero is a superhero show, and so we're going to get to see heroes versus villains finally.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I love the villains.
But still no Toga.
Not yet.
Man.
She's watching at home. Like she's literally.
She's
like,
watching.
She is. She's like a fangirl.
Oh, she's going to read it in the papers and be like, oh.
I don't know how she gets her info, but I know she's a fan.
Newspapers. She's old school.
Yeah. Probably. She opens up her door. Where's my paper today?
Where's my paper?
He's late.
It's cool. I'm digging the show. You know, I don't like watch anime.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like these characters for the most part. I think it's a fun concept.
Yeah, I
Digging it
agree.
so far. But yeah, there you go. We'll see you guys for episode 11.
11.
And as always, you can catch me on all the socials. Kyle Phillips Fun. Blue Sky, is the new one. I just got to 1,000
it?
followers
Oh my
on
gosh.
Blue Sky. I don't post there as often there. I wanted it to be the new Twitter for me because
Yeah.
Twitter was my most used one.
Sames.
Until the Musk
Until
took
it got
over.
musked.
Instagram is starting to turn into Twitter.
No. It's going to get musked or what?
I've noticed because every once in a while, just to check my DMs, just to make sure no one's trying to get in contact with me, I'll hop onto Twitter, check my DMs, maybe scroll for a second, then leave.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I would, it'd be like, oh, there's porn. Oh, there's
No
literally
way.
someone getting murdered. The Twitter feed is absolutely deplorable.
Oh my gosh.
I've noticed Instagram Reels are starting to get...
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And I don't look at this stuff. It's not like, oh, that's the algorithm. No. I'm just like, where did this come from?
I have a bunch of boxers. I haven't seen anybody getting hammered.
My
on the...
feed is getting kind of bad.
How come though?
I don't know.
You had to have gone somewhere. It can't just find you.
I even saw one of the comments was happy to see Instagram turning into Twitter or something like that. Yeah,
That's horrible.
But anyway, you can find me Blue Sky, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Kyle Phillips Fun, of course. If you're listening to this, you can watch it. YouTube.com/@KylePhillipsFun. If you're watching, I guess you could also listen to it.
You listen to on the go.
Yeah, on the go.
Listen.
Spotify, Apple, all sorts of places. Go check it out. And if you want to interact with me live, twitch.tv/KylePhillipsFun. I stream 3 nights a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and play games and hang out. Let's see, this episode's going to drop next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Let's see if I have my schedule okay, yeah. So tomorrow night I'm watching a movie on Twitch. I haven't decided what movie yet.
You're watching a movie on Twitch?
Yeah, come hang out with me tomorrow night and watch a movie.
Oh my gosh, that's fun.
Yeah, heck yeah. Where can the people find you?
You can find me mostly on Instagram. I do have a Facebook. I don't use it. I do have a Twitter. I think I do not use it because gross. I'm not on Blue Sky yet, but I plan to. I, too, have a Twitch, and I'm going to be streaming.
You've streamed once.
But I'm going to stream again tonight. I guess tomorrow? I don't know, whenever this plays. On
This
Wednesday.
would play on I just spit everywhere. This would be on Wednesday.
Okay, then yeah, I'll be streaming tonight at 8 p.m.
What are you doing?
Central Time. I'm probably just playing Stardew Valley and talking to people because
Hell
I don't
yes.
know how to fucking do this. It scares the living crap out of me, and my fear of being perceived is on high end.
No, it's good. It'll be good. People liked your first stream. They're excited.
Okay, good. I mean, they were really nice to me.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Yeah. I'm telling you, get that Stardew action. What about
Started.
some appearances? So this is going to be airing on March 5th.
Oh, you can see me at the end of the month at Fan Expo Cleveland.
Nice. This is my busy month. So this weekend, I'll be in Knoxville, Tennessee for Fanboy Anime. Next weekend, I'll be in Indianapolis, Indiana for Indiana Comic-Con.
Oh, nice.
And then next weekend, I think when you're in Cleveland, I'll be in Arizona, Anime Arizona, the
Ooh.
Phoenix area. So yeah,
Look at that.
Come check it out. But appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks, friends.
Hope you enjoyed our little piece of spark.
And chaos.
Y'all be good. See you for the next one.
Bye.
Bye.